On the troll. Yo, yo.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
Yeah, it was Friday just now. Just now, it was Friday. Yeah, so I had to make sure that it feels like Friday when I say it's in the morning, people. It's in the morning. We are saying Ikutela Kalexeni. Our timekeeper in South Africa, right? We are here today, but we are here to talk about a very different story. Yes, it is a story about the cold case unit, right? So it's not that much different.
Not exactly.
Hey.
Not exactly about the cold case unit, but the cold case unit is linked here.
The cold case unit are the creators of the story, according to me.
They are the ones who dug up.
They are the
Not really
dug up. Did you say dug up?
Not really dug up. That's the wrong word. My apologies. I would say they are the ones who investigated.
They are investigating.
Yes, they investigated.
The investigators.
The cases, or rather, now they are dealing with assault cases.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
But there's more cases that are possibly going to be linked in the future if their investigation comes together regarding a very, 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 very famous, popular celebrity sangoma, Gogo Maweni, aka Gogo Maweni. At some point, she said she was a doctor. She said she's Dr. Maweni, but her real name is Leanne Magotso Mofokeng. Very controversial. She's very controversial, but
isn't Mfoken's daughter?
no. Mofokeng, which Mofokeng?
The one who was playing Mzwenzizwa.
I think that was a character by the name of Mofokeng. His real name was Jerry Pele.
Okay,
like
so that means that it's not the Mfokeng.
No. How?
Right. Okay. Let us dive deep into the story and hear what it has to do. What is the cold case team that now we for sure are slowly knowing that here exists at the team, whether it's legit or not, but it does exist. It's there. Whether you like it or not, one day it might knock at your door. So
remember how there was so much controversy around this cold case unit division throughout the Senzo Meyiwa trial. It didn't make sense. What exactly is it? What do they work with? Because according to what Patricia Mashale was saying, is that there's no such thing as the cold case unit in the SAPS.
Even Warrant Officer Makuba.
Even
right?
Warrant Officer Makuba had said it. Like it was so strange, and how Brigadier Gininda was assigned in 2018, and then this unit is now opened with him being assigned as the head of it in 2018, and then they go and investigate Senzo Meyiwa's case. It was just a lot of rumors and just a lot of talk around it. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah,
The formation of it and
whether it does exist or not.
What are the cases that they usually deal with?
Now we know they deal with such things. Don't go to Facebook and start talking. Things might happen. They do exist. Whether you like it or not, they do exist in one way or another. Whether legit or not legit, they do exist. Only Mkunu can tell us now, Uti, are they legit or not? But Bona, they exist. And how they work? They have got these ways, supervised or unsupervised, supervised research and unsupervised research stuff, kind of a stuff. But it does, this thing exist. And I'm going to ukukhohlisa ngane yama. Uyabona umanje uthi wena you'll postpone your case. It does eventually get cold. And when it's cold, it just requires one person to go on social media and say things.
How this thing unfolded, I'm still blown away by it. I'm still blown away, family, about how Leanne Makgotso has found herself in this position. I'm blown away. I always say, if I feel like I want to rant, those who love and care for me, please take my phone away. Please take it away. Please take it away. Take it away. Put it away.
Well, one might say it's not exactly that, but we are just speculating here.
Yeah.
Let us hear Emeluguti. How did this cold case team or unit, whether we like it or not, it is here now.
And now I bafikile, and they are showing us that they are working. Okay, so the cold case unit, Gauteng, have found themselves a controversial celebrity sangoma case, Gogo Maweni's case. I will regard it as high profile. And what makes me say that it's high profile is because it has to do with a celebrity and there's allegations of other murder cases involved.
Other murder cases, only.
Other murder
No,
cases.
I hear the other
But
murder
for
cases, isn't
this
it?
case,
This is for?
It's assault. The
Okay.
one that she's currently arrested for is assault. But you honestly don't expect the cold case unit to not look into those murder cases. Are you really expecting that they're not going to look into them?
Yeah, blowing our cover away. But that's how cold case unit roll. Ask Bundanzi. Cold case unit will arrest you for spitting on someone, and they will find a lot of things under that little time while you are there. You know, they keep you there. And as they keep you there, pass up.
Yeah, but and also you can tell that, you know what, after what has been happening with the embarrassment, in my opinion, I regard it as an embarrassment, what is happening with the Senzo Meyiwa trial. I mean, they could actually be using this case to try and, you know, make a good reputation
For themselves, yes.
And there was no way they were going to let it go, in my opinion. This is strictly my opinion. Please.
I mean, this is manna coming from heaven.
You know, it just felt like this is like, after the disaster that's happening in the Senzo Meyiwa case, we need to redeem. We need to redeem the cold case unit. We need to redeem the image of the SAPS. Enough is enough. People out there are thinking that we are not doing our jobs. We need to fix that. And one thing I can say is that they are probably going to try and nail Maweni for these cases if there are anything to go by, if she really committed the crimes, just so they can prove a point, especially to the rest and the majority of us South Africans who believe that police are really not helping. Not all of them. There are some good cops, but
this
what
was
we
the
are
wrong
seeing
time.
with the
This was the
Senzo
wrong
Meyiwa
time of being caught.
Yeah, it's not good at all. And you know, you'll always say, someone said it, you'll always say that the police are not working until they are after you, until they start investigating you. Then you will find out that the police are actually working. So this controversial sangoma, whose real name is Leanne Makgotso Mofokeng, aka Gogo Maweni, has found herself in legal trouble. So on Monday, news broke out that she had been arrested on Sunday afternoon. Then on Monday, she appeared for what was said to be her bail application. She's accused of assaulting an ex-boyfriend's relative in December of 2019, but was only arrested on Sunday, the 19th of January, 2025. So this is how many years? Like 6 years later.
As I said, it does get cold, and when it's cold, you have just opened yourself to the so-called cold case unit, right?
And they're saying that she was detained at Mondial Police Station in Johannesburg. So apparently she attacked this person with a bottle. So her case is that of assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, aka GBH. Assault with GBH.
Now, you see the problem with this. There are things on social media where Maweni was talking about other boyfriends and how, in a sense, he has interfered with their lives
And their destinies.
and their destination. What more would you need as a person who's going to be eating that up, which is NPA, right?
NPA and the CPS, the cold case unit.
Yeah.
And
So
Central, is it crime intelligence?
So it's not going to be difficult
Okay.
to paint this person as a person who is capable of doing that. It's not going to be difficult.
Don't also forget that other Sangoma she was with in the reality show was accusing her of sending Unkabi. She accused her of a lot of scary stuff. But at the time, I don't think I cared personally or I was listening attentively. It's only now when I look back and I'm hearing people bring her up again that she didn't want to say the name. But now we're putting 2 and 2 together. She didn't say Maweni did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Although she came out at the podcast of Gogo's Koteni a couple of months ago, and she was saying that she was living in fear as she was running to Mozambique and stuff. It was hectic. And it turns out, allegedly, Maweni was behind all of it, terrorizing her, and she was even saying that her father passed away because he was stressed constantly. She was living on the run. At some point she said that she bought a new house and then she was living with her initiates because she was also a Sangoma. So she was living with her initiates, and then one day as they were minding their business in her house, people started shooting at the garage. And her initiates were in that garage, sleeping in that garage, apparently. She was responsible for the initiates in their lives. And there were incidents and accusations and allegations that was happening. But then she seems to have moved on from it. And I don't know if she opened cases. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe some of these cases that I'm about to read to you guys, they include her. I don't know. There's just too many. I think it's a total of like 5 cases. Well, she's accused of assaulting a complainant with a bottle, resulting in injury to her mouth. So we can already tell that the victim was a female. And the alleged incident that occurred nearly 6 years ago on December of 2019 on the 17th in Dlamini, Soweto.
Yes.
So let us just go through the statement that the police released to the media and let us hear what they had to say. They released this on Monday morning after rumors were circulating that Gogo Maweni was arrested. Apparently she was arrested on Sunday around 3 p.m. at her home in Mondio. So on Sunday, the 19th of January 2025, at about 8 o'clock in the morning, members from the Gauteng Province Cold Case Investigation Unit and members from Gauteng Counterintelligence Investigation Office embarked on an intelligence drive operation to trace and arrest. Mr. Anonymous, I'm trying to be serious. I'm trying to be serious. What's funny?
Is it as you hear that bombastic words of you're going down. You're going down. Somehow a judge who's from retirement is coming to actually not hear anything coming from your side. You know you're going down, right? I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at her, but I'm laughing at these
People are saying
words.
she's going to walk. Some people
No,
are
no, no.
convinced.
Look, don't be mistaken. For bail hearing, she's walking. Yes, she's gonna walk, but she's not off the hook.
Everyone deserves bail.
Yeah, she's not off the hook. But I'm just listening to this intelligence combination with cold case unit. Yo.
So they embarked on an intelligence drive operation to trace and arrest the above mentioned suspect wanted on an assault charge. The information on the whereabouts of the suspect was followed up and led us to the suspect's residence in Felens and later to Mondio area where the suspect was traced and arrested. This suspect was detained at Mondio SAPS and will be appearing at the magistrate court on the 20th of January 2025, where bail will be opposed.
And the basis of opposing the bail, I can almost foresee them to be the other case that are busy in progress right now.
Kind of, but they didn't exactly. Apparently, she had another assault case.
Yeah, right now they are still. Remember how these things work. We bounce you anywhere where we need to bounce you. I mean, we are here today. We are talking about this. Ntanzi could have been released.
Yeah.
After everything failed.
Mm-hmm.
But he was never released.
Mm-mm.
So, I'm not 100% behind or 100% sure that come Monday
they'll release her.
they will release her. Just watch the space. They're going to come with big things, cases that are investigating with intelligence. That's why there is no way in hell a person who's available, such as Maweni, that is around here, talking on social media everywhere, that you need an intelligence combined with cold case unit to go and arrest that person for assault. Aye.
Assault. That's what they started with.
Aye. So this is just to make it more solid when you're opposing that this person was difficult to find.
Konjo Ntanzi and Muzi, they started with illegal substance and ammunition possession.
Yes.
And then later on, they now talk about the main case that they actually are.
Yes. Right now, the questions that she's being asked, probably not even about the assault.
Mm-mm. They want to know about these murder ones.
You know, the questions that she's being asked, they have nothing to do with that assault, maybe. You know, now there is intelligence that is involved. Maybe Zungu, they are there. You know, the intelligence of the police.
Well, they are saying that the suspect is also linked to the following cases, and they made sure that they release it in the information that they released to the media, which are still under investigation by this office, the very same cold case unit and crime intelligence. The first one is of murder in El Dorado Park. The second one, murder in Monjour. The third one is also in Moroka. I don't know what the third one is, but the fourth one is in Orange Farm. Leona, it's also murder. And the fifth one is from Begastal, and it's murder as well. So in total, there's 4 murder cases opened against Mahotso. 4.
That side of Begastal.
Begastal.
That side of ahead of Valne.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there once. This is full of Sotus, eh?
She's also Sota Kiriki Mahotso.
I've been there once to fetch one of my friends who works on the mines there.
Oh, so you had a friend who was working in the mines.
He's still there.
Oh, he's still there.
There's an interesting story because he was not well.
What do you mean he was not well?
Like, he was going cuckoo. And guess what? They were fighting with someone over a hostel house.
Yeah.
And then he was going. Hey, so we had to.
So they had done African chemistry.
I think so. So we had to go and rescue him because he was now vulnerable, considering the fact that he was not well and he was fighting with people who are around that area. So we had to go and fetch him by fire, by force, because many people failed. So we came with manpower. We sent him home. That's how I know beggars die.
So is he fine now?
Yeah, he's back now. He's working. He's working. He's fine. Everything is fine, and he stays in that house. So yeah, he was healed, KZN, and then he came back. He came back. He's fine. He's working. He's been there for this thing happened. Let me see. Let's say maybe 6 years back. Yeah, 6 years back.
Wow.
Yeah. So I know that place because of that. I had to go through that rank. Yeah, it's mines.
It's mines.
It's mines, I said, yeah.
So, guys, I'm going to also try and summarize the drama that happened over the December between Mahotso as well as another Sangoma who's very famous, very popular in the country by the name Gogo Skotini. Yes. So there was a fight that happened over December.
Yeah.
It was a TikTok drama that was very long. Ne?
Yeah.
But how it started is very weird because now when I reflect and I look back, I'm like, these cases were pretty much not known about.
Yeah, yeah.
They were hush-hush.
They were not in the public.
They were not in the public domain like that. They were not really exposed. Maybe if you look at the police station or you investigate here, you would find them.
Yes.
But as for them being made public, no. I also remember on Podcast and Chill, whilst Gogo Skotini was being interviewed, McG was referencing that there's someone who contacted them about Gogo Maweni and said that they were on the run. They were not feeling safe. They feel like their life was in danger. Not even they feel like their life was in danger and they were on the run. And Skotini seemed like she didn't want to entertain that. She seemed like she didn't know what McG was talking about. She said all she heard was rumors, but at the time she wasn't showing interest in what was happening. So if you were on TikTok in December and you happened to follow Gogo Maweni or Gogo Skotini or both of them, you would have seen that major beef. Okay, this beef is very long, Mr. Anonymous. I don't know whether you know the history of this beef.
I know.
It is a beef that has
But you
been
can tell
happening
me,
for
maybe
many years.
there's something I missed. I see. Okay, the beef between Maweni and Skotini is not something that I've been following, but the start of this one, I kind of can say, in my opinion, it started with one TikToker who was getting people fired.
Oh, Dominique.
Yeah.
Say their name.
Yeah. So
Yes.
so Skotini called that one out.
Yes.
And that's
she
how
shared
it
her
started.
opinion.
Yes.
There's a host, Upiwe, asked Gogo Skotini for an opinion of what she thinks about Dominic and what Dominic has been doing. Because there was Nobangela, remember, who had
I remember the boy.
made a video psycho-analyzing Dominic, and Dominic was upset. So she called her lawyers and the video got taken down, and she was talking about 40,000, and Nobangela was a high school student. It was a mess. So now Piwe is sitting at the podcast with Gogo Skotini asking for an opinion about what she thought of what Dominic was doing. And she gave her opinion. And she said she's not happy. She feels like Dominic is not strong enough to handle public scrutiny. I'm just paraphrasing. I don't remember word for word.
Yeah.
But what I remember, what is a highlight to me, is when she said that he can't handle public scrutiny. And when you're on social media, you already know that there's a lot of people that are going to say mean things about you, that are not going to approve of some of the things that you do. So you must have that tough skin sometimes to not be entertaining every fly and everyone who has to say something negative, because you'll waste your energy and you waste your time.
True.
So Dominic says he or she is non-binary. So there's no gender from what I understand. So she refers to herself or himself as they. So obviously he got upset for Gogo Skoteni at Udagiwe.
Calling him Date.
And then Skoteni retaliated and called him Tate Dominique or something. And she said she was about to apologize, but how they are talking. Oh, guys, I don't know how to refer to Dominic. She's saying how they responded was very wrong, and she's not happy with her response or their response. So Skoteni decided, you know what, I'm tired. How long am I going to apologize?
Yeah, na lead man.
Yes.
Other one, Bani.
Dominic.
No, the one the podcaster.
Yes, and P was dragged into it as well. P was also like, leave me out of it. What must I say? It was a mess. It was a mess. And I thought maybe this thing will end and whatnot. No, it didn't end. Guess what Maweni does? Maweni goes on a live with Dominic and another content creator. They host a live and they talk about Skoteni. They drag it further. They talk about her husband. And they were accusing Skoteni's husband of being for the alphabet community. And Skoteni responded and said, Abalata one by one, dragged all of them, and then also became upset because they were talking about her husband. And she was saying her message was consistent that drag me, it's fine, but leave my family out of it. Leave my husband out of it. Leave my children out of it. You understand? So when you respond to me and my family, you are touching me in the wrong corners. And then it dragged on and on. So afterwards, and what had happened after that live and Skoteni responding, Maweni responds as well. She did a hectic video where she was breathing heavily because Skoteni responded to that live they did by also accusing Maweni's husband of being for the alphabet community. She even said that she has evidence. Then Maweni comes back, breathing fire. And now she decided to go for Skoteni's child who passed on. And it was not nice. It was nasty.
Very nasty.
It was nasty. Konja, what did she say regarding the child? She said that Skoteni failed to keep her child alive or something in the means of that. And all of us were just like, no, stop it. That is not, no. No. And then she also said that Skoteni has cases of forcing herself on people. I can't say the word on YouTube because I don't know if YouTube is still okay with us saying the word.
Skoteni's husband.
No, Skoteni. Ma, when you are saying Skoteni has cases against her of rape. And then Skoteni was like, I told you to not talk about my son. I told you to not talk about my husband. Now it's saying I have cases. What about you? I've been sitting on this information for 2 years. You also got cases. And then she went live and she read all those cases one by one. The case numbers included. Mudimu. And then she didn't stop there. She also called the families, the people that were affected, the people who lost loved ones that are concerned with these cases. Now, how it goes there is an initiate of Maweni who allegedly passed on. Well, they did pass on, it's not alleged. But there's a rumor around his passing because they said that he was threatening to expose Maweni. I don't know for what, but he was threatening to expose Maweni's secrets as a Gobela who was allegedly, I have to put allegedly a lot because we haven't seen the trial and she hasn't been convicted guilty.
Yeah.
So they are saying that it was the sister was talking and telling the story about this initiate who passed on that was being trained by Maweni. He passed on and apparently he got shot. And he was threatening to expose Maweni's secrets and apparently, allegedly, he had been sleeping with him or she had been sleeping with the initiate. Allegedly. That's the allegation against her. And then he passed on and apparently he was shot at. So the sister was saying that while he was being shot at, something strange happened. There was a motor vehicle, I think she said it was a Suzuki. And the neighbors were saying that they saw Gogo Maweni's husband in that Suzuki on that very same night. And then allegations now grew that perhaps Gogo Maweni's husband is an Nkabi, allegedly. I'm not sure. Don't know. Okay? So that case countermelted now into more because now after this happened and this young man passed away, may his soul rest in peace, the friend was called to be a witness in the case regarding this young man's passing. The friend, I mean, her name is Precious.
Yeah.
She is Gogo Maweni's former best friend.
Yeah.
And when I mean best friend, I mean best friend because I actually saw them together on season 1 of Izangoma Zodumo, the reality show that Gogo Maweni was on Mzansi Magic.
Yeah.
So that first season, Precious was there, appearing almost on all episodes. In fact, she even had a diary session. She would talk, you know those diary sessions?
Yeah.
She would talk. So that she was very close with Maweni. So what happened is she was apparently said to be a witness. So one day she's taking a bath and then Maweni calls and said, Chami, I have a gift for you.
That's a narrative of a sister.
Of Precious.
Yes.
Precious is the friend of Maweni who was said to be a witness on this first initiate that passed on.
Yes.
So she's saying, Oyamfonela, Otichomi, I've got a gift for you. And then Precious sent her husband to go outside and see what Maweni was talking about. The husband steps outside. Gunshot. He's shot at 6 times. Passes away.
And then did the gift come through?
No.
Okay.
That is Precious event and how she's narrating her
The story.
Yes.
Okay.
There was a very long live where she was explaining. And afterwards, she was saying that, okay, my husband has passed on. Now I'm scared. I'm on the run. She gets information that apparently information leaked back to Maweni that she's going to be testifying in the case of the initiate that passed away. She runs. She buries her husband. She's on the run now. She's been on the run since 2022. She's saying she's not feeling safe. And I think she reached out to go to Skoteni. And Skoteni has been knowing this information because she was saying she has been knowing about the cases for 2 years.
Yeah.
She just didn't want to say anything. So now Precious is on the run. Precious is scared. Wabona, what took me was when Precious and the sister of the first initiate were talking about Ubaba. I think it's Baba Mlambo.
Yeah.
Baba Mlambo also appeared in Maweni's reality show the first season. He was an assistant who was helping in the Ndumba of Maweni.
Yeah.
And in fact, he was doing the training, the initiator. I saw him being very active in the department, which is, at the time I had questions. I'm like, why is this man like knowing a lot of things more than the actual person who is saying that? Yeah, I started having questions. So I will never forget that man, because I'm like, I used to watch the show, the first season. I only know the first season. The other seasons I stopped watching. But that man passed away as well. Apparently, he was also shot at on the streets. And he had been on the run, fearing for his life. Apparently, he was also called as a witness to come and testify to the case pertaining the initiate who passed on.
Yeah, that's a lot of incidents.
You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sasi Baba Sasiti, how?
That's a lot.
How?
Ke hora mosintwe.
How?
Hey, so you see, the problem is that people do things or some don't, but what we say about ourselves in social media, it paints a certain person, and it makes it easier
For the police.
for the police and for the public to believe. So in this case, Maweni, in my opinion, she has painted herself as a person who's got this certain thing about her, that she confronts things. She does not leave them. She's combative. She fights.
She is angry.
Yes.
And she is will do anything and everything to destroy her enemies.
Yes. Talking about the ex-boyfriends,
Very
fathers
vengeful.
of the yes. That's a. When I look at Maweni, and when I look at her actually, because I hardly listen to most of the things.
She's all over social media. She's you
this
can't
person,
ignore.
and she's advocating for that. Wuti mutatindo dayake, you will know what is coming and all that.
Yes.
You know, she has created this
image
about her. Now she's facing cases that require this image to be as clean as possible. It's going to be very hard to prove otherwise. It's going to be very, very difficult to say, I'm this good person. I couldn't have done some of these things. Who's going to believe you? Because you have been saying, I am capable of anything as long as I'm defending myself. You know, you have created that thing, and there's this cult following, in my opinion, that is behind you, and they believe in what you say, what you advocate for. It's scary.
It's kind of scary, right?
Scary.
The fact that she has garnered so much followers. I think she's over 1 million followers on TikTok, on Instagram. I don't know, but and every time she would post something scary and something that's like you'd find this crowd of people, especially around that time of SK Khoza, and there was an incident where he was drunk and something was going on with him, and then she jumps on
that, yes.
And she said that she went to her Ndumba and she spoke, and whatever she spoke maybe is the result of what is happening to SK. And I'm like, sensitivity, Nyana. Sensitivity. This is the father of your baby. I know.
And Maweni,
I know he's not helping you
Scotenis,
financially, but
allegedly, because we don't know.
Allegedly.
Yeah. And Scoteni's son, I think that was the last straw for me.
Yeah.
To say that But this person, consistently, he does not have boundaries. She does not have boundaries.
No boundaries.
You know, in my opinion, she doesn't look like a person who's got boundaries. Looks like a person who will stop at nothing to get what she wants. And that's what the NPA is going to be portraying there.
Because even after Skoteni released these case numbers or these cases that were against,
She came back gun blazing.
with a coffin of a child. Who does that?
We don't know whether it was to Skoteni, but conveniently at the right time, when you are fighting about a child and you come back with a coffin of a child that resembles certain coffin. But we don't talk about these things, right? We don't talk about this. We are talking about it because now it's
embroiled in
the
we cover
yes,
on the
in the
channel.
court case. It's now courts. It's in court now. So now we are going to talk about this. We are not gossipers, but
No.
we're just now trying to show you how good and bad.
The image you portray
Yes.
to the public.
Yes.
It's very important. Some people still think bad publicity is the same as good publicity.
And
gets you followers, but you.
I'm not in that TikTok creation. I don't like it. Hey,
TikTok is savage.
TikTok is now.
It's not for the weak.
It's now going above. In fact, I can rank it. You know, Twitter was toxic.
Strong.
Twitter was very toxic in my opinion, but TikTok is showing us flames.
It's on another level.
TikTok is showing us flames. TikTok people speak there. There's no filter there. And the thing is, you can see their faces most of it. Yeah. So I'm not.
I could.
I wouldn't advise anyone to go and create things.
If you are strong, you can go.
Yeah.
If you have the attitude, that attitude.
Clap back for days.
Hey, you are,
because there you clap back through a video.
Yes.
You don't clap back through replying to a comment.
No.
The one that stick is the one that you use through replying through a video.
Mm-hmm.
But now, where do you go in trying to clean your image for this case? Where do you start? Because cold case unit. When you guys started fighting, I think you assisted them.
Yeah.
You might say it's not. It was manna for them, and this is the right time for them to show that we actually do good things.
Yes.
You know, and where else to start?
Yes.
Here is this person who's suspected for many things that have happened, heinous things, and then in Twitter, I mean on TikTok, they are busy fighting. They are saying things, and some things are just coming willy-nilly. Where would you go? You just go there, get that person, you clean yourself, clean your image as a unit to say, yeah, we are working. Now we are here. Can you imagine?
There's so much controversy.
Your lawyer, because what is going to happen is you might have money for now.
But your lawyer has a lot of work to do.
They are going to drain that money to 0 cent. And my advice, just start now. Don't use your money. You might as well not use your money. Because using it, it's not going to give you what you want. They will drain the hell out of that money. They will finish it. You'll be left with nothing. Don't use it.
In your main trial, now you have to use legal aid.
Yes, don't use it, because right now you're going to be probably using paid lawyer, and it's not going to come cheap. It's gonna they're gonna bounce it around. They're gonna make it hard, right? And then drain your money, and then comes these ones now that where you think, okay, I've won this one. I've
gotten bail.
Yes, but you are here for these ones actually. We're talking about how many? 6?
4
4
cases.
So Avel is Obuya. So you must be strategic. Yeah, you must be strategic, because very cold case unit, in fact, what we have noticed from working with Senzo's case they do not run out of money because we are sponsoring it.
Yes, with our
We
tax
are
money.
sponsoring it. The rest of
It's
us.
for the state.
So when do they know how to drag this thing?
It's for the state.
They know how to drag this thing. So angazi, it's gonna be a difficult one. Just prepare yourself. Your life has just been ruined. Yeah, I don't think it's ever gonna get better than from now on going forward. In my opinion, it's gonna even get even harder. Look, don't look further. Yesterday, Bubugi case got sense. I'm sure you were like, this one. You're not even checking it. Now, and unfortunately with you, unlike Bontans, we didn't know. Now we have had you talking. We've heard things you said. You are in the public eye. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. And they are, believing you me, they might not have anything right now.
But they will find it.
They will have something. When the time comes, they are gonna have something.
Well, after Skoteni now revealed her cases and got the families of the victims to come and host a live with her and tell the public what was going on, all I remember was Skoteni saying, is this another Senzo Meyiwa case? And I'm like, once you mentioned
he was just
case,
inviting them. I think he knew what
I'm like, they are not going to ignore this.
And then they're like, okay, here's another Senzo Meyiwa case that is telling, let us start something, let us do something.
So people were waiting for Maweni to respond by perhaps sharing the cases of Skoteni. No, she doesn't do that. What she does, she posts a coffin. And I know you were asking whether you didn't know whether she was referring to Skoteni's child that passed on. But she wrote this cryptic message on the coffin and it said Boyo. And I'm thinking, because I follow Skoteni on social media, Boyo is a term that she used to use for her son, even the younger child that she has, they called him Boyo. And I'm like, but why would you write something like this? And it's cuss words. I'm not going to translate them, guys. They're too deep. Uti noma umama engazikakela asikamela ukusala angeke ubuye ubabekazi wakho uMaweni. And I'm like, what nonsense is this? I was so upset when I saw that post. I was so upset. Okay, it was very upsetting. It triggered a lot of people, including myself. So other people also saw that a couple of days later, after that whole stunt, Skoteni did a video and said that it's time for them to make peace now. They need to make peace. They need to go live and make peace. So they went live and they made peace. They actually forgave each other and all of us were like shocked. The other people accused Skoteni of letting the families down. They were asking her, what about the families of the victims? But honestly, in my opinion, at that time, I felt like it's not a fair question. I mean, what more can Skoteni do? She's not a part of the law. She's not a police officer. She's not part of the criminal justice system. As a member of the public, she exposed the information. Whoever
the damage was already done.
Will need to do what needs to be done with the information.
The damage was already done
with the information. But to say that no, she's letting by forgiving. She's forgiving. What else can she do?
The damage was already done for me. Like there was no going back to it. I think she just wanted peace, but she knew what's up. In my opinion, everything was done. If I say, hey, you are a killer, there are cases, I've reminded the person who was not already.
Because
the damage was
even
done.
Precious, the former friend of Maweni, who's now the friend of Skoteni, who's on the run, whose husband passed on, she was saying that she escalated her case, the case of her husband, to the national office.
Oh,
And she's not even getting responses.
cold case unit. Yes, they'll respond.
So she said she escalated the case of her
Yes, they'll
husband
respond.
to the national office. But they've been quiet. After the live over the December, they decided, it's now time. So after a couple of days of them making peace, now Maweni gets arrested. She made her first court appearance for bail in the Protea Magistrates Court on Monday, the 20th of January. And during court proceedings, Maweni's lawyer, Masia Makuse, said that her client opposed the media application to take pictures and videos of her. Now she didn't want the media in the court.
But this person is on the media.
Makuse told Magistrate Roselle Kie that Maweni has 4 children aged 12, 8, 7, and 6, and she's currently pregnant with twins. So apparently she announced in May last year that she was pregnant with twins after going through IVF. I didn't know this. So Makuse said
How
that
many months has it been since May?
She should be 8 months by now.
She was pregnant. I mean, knowing that you are pregnant with twins, that means you must have gone through the scan. When can the scanner detect that you have twins in your stomach?
It would have detected if she's 8 months. But the thing is, she doesn't look 8 months from the pictures that I saw. Can you play that B-roll of a court appearance?
Is it here?
Did you put it there?
Mawe.
Okay, we'll show it later, guys, and maybe I will show it later at another stage. But yes, she didn't look pregnant, but they are saying that she is, and the lawyer is what she got instructions, and she was saying that that's what she's been told. So Makuse said the broadcasting of the case and taking of pictures and videos of Maweni will have a negative impact on her children and will make her unwell as she's pregnant with twins. She added that the broadcasting of the case will have a negative impact on Maweni's traditional
Did she win?
business.
Did you win that?
No. The state argued that the matter is of public interest and already out there on social media, bearing in mind that she's a public figure.
They were using that conversation, that fight they had, ne?
Not only that, she's a public figure.
Yes.
She is a public figure. And hence the capacity in the court gallery and access to cover the proceedings was granted. Despite this opposition by Maweni's lawyer, the magistrate granted the media permission to broadcast the court proceedings.
You don't mess around with media. To mess around with media, you need you need a lot of things. Because they have their lawyers. Look now, the state was just defending them. They hadn't sent any lawyers.
No, they hadn't sent any lawyers. The state was the one doing the defending.
You need the proper acting.
This is a high profile.
Like you've seen at Senzo's case.
This is a high
for your face to be hidden.
No, you need a certain level of connection and influence. Not everybody has it.
Right, just press that like button, guys. Smash it like you mean it. Yes.
So proceedings with the matter, Maweni was asked if she had any previous convictions, which she bluntly said that she did not have. So Makuse said Maweni has no pending cases and no previous convictions. The police released a statement, Maweni, but you've got murder cases, right? And you go to court and you say, I don't have. So she said Maweni intended to bring a formal bail application.
So now that is gonna be against her now.
They didn't use it on Monday against her. In fact, they acted like the murder cases do not exist. They just reference a different assault case. So the state prosecutor, advocate Tsakani Tsautse, said that state will oppose the bail application. He said that information from the investigating officer in the case is that Maweni has a previous conviction of assault. It's also GBH, grievous bodily harm, from 2017. And she was handed a suspended sentence. This left the magistrate unimpressed. So Gogo Maweni was left with egg on her face because
Sure.
apparently she tried to lie to the court that she had no criminal record. So apparently she lied, or maybe she did not remember that she had a criminal
Or
record.
maybe she did not understand.
Or maybe she didn't understand how she was let go initially for the first or the 2017 assault case, because someone was talking about this thing of admission of guilt. Maybe it's something that she did, we're not aware. We don't know exactly what happened. Because apparently if you accept that fine, you say you accept to pay that fine and you sign that admission of guilt, you are a convict. You are as good as a convicted criminal. So maybe she didn't know that. So it is revealed that the case had previously been provisionally closed
Yeah.
due to difficulties in locating the complainant. So they closed the case because they said they couldn't find the complainant, the person who laid the case, opened the case against her. However, renewed investigations have culminated in Mofokeng's arrest and subsequent appearance in court. But the prosecutor dropped the bombshell that the state had records revealing that Maweni, who is accused of assault, was a convict, but will need time to obtain the record from the investigating officer. He said, Your Worship, the investigating officer has a copy of the bail statement printed of the 2017 case. However, I don't have copies in my possession. The state then required 7 days to obtain the bail statement and profiling before proceeding with the bail. Keyword here is profiling.
It's like you pay.
Profiling means they're going to dig all the cases.
Vele profiling. Oh, profiling. Iyo phela leya. Ile eyenza
The
kubosenza.
keyword here is profiling.
Profiling phela kusho ukuthi manje ke
Amana nge-profiling.
bavana nawe mfana. That's why ngithi they can go camp. Those who want to go camp. I say I
The
heard
other
that there are
sangomas
people
who
who
are supporting.
Kehlele per se is one of them. You must go camp there.
They are supporting. They're like, it can happen to anyone. You know, they are in camaraderie together, supporting a fellow Sangoma.
Yeah, they can go camp, but once it comes to profiling intelligence,
Once party profiling.
I have I. You're gone, son. But guess is Obona. I do expect her to be released on
bail?
Monday, but not for too long.
Profiling. I've heard that word so many times in the court of Senzo Meyiwa. Profiling is not a good word. So the defense admitted that she is aware of the previous matter and claimed that it was withdrawn and no further instructions were given. Makuse said that she's not aware of such a conviction. Suffice to say that Maweni told her that she was arrested for assault in 2017 and the case was withdrawn from the court after she and the complainant had a mediation session. Maweni was saying that, told her lawyer, that we had a mediation session with
Meaning
the
they
complainant.
forgave each other.
They talked and they forgave each other. And if it's been called a
manje-ke-
mediation session, it means it happened before the police.
Manje, let me tell you something. I wonder if you're arrested now for that. I wonder that thing of mediation, what. Once it goes there to police station, you have that ink. And from there, anytime, they can go talk to that person and say, hey, Wena, bring this thing back. Nakona not in a nice
They
way.
changed their mind.
And then they say, I changed my mind. Yes. And you've had a mediation. That is sort of an admission of guilt.
Didn't accused number one Umuzi Sibia also had some kind of a
That
situation?
Bakolele situation.
with
It
the
must
shooting
happen back.
incident.
It must happen without the police.
And the mediation, and next thing you know, they pulled up the case. Guess what? He's convicted now for it. He's convicted.
When they need you, I get.
12 years or something like that. 12 years. for
Zobona
that
umuntu
incident.
esebuyisile icase when how this person we talked, boss. What happened? What changed? I figure the cold case you need.
I'm figuring. Hey, Mfigel, I even saw her face when they were saying, I'm going to need 7 more days. You're going to come back next week, Monday. Her face just... Habana now, it's hitting her. It's hitting her now. It's real now. Okay, so the case has been postponed to the 27th of January to allow for a bail application and profiling of the accused. And another reason for the postponement was that the prosecutor was not in possession of the investigating officer's statements in court showing that Maweni has had a previous conviction. And the magistrate postponed the matter to next week, Monday, for the state to verify whether Maweni has had a previous conviction or not, and for her to bring her formal bail application. So she remains in police custody. We'll see on Monday what happens with her bail hearing or bail application. Will she be allowed, or will the profiling come back and reveal other cases?
Which we obviously have. I have a feeling that it has already done the scanning. It was just being put on record there to make matters worse. Smash the like button. Please smash that like button. Yeah, so it was just being put on record to say, yeah, we know it's happening. Right, guys. Injalo nje indaba. Seyivala la. Ne? Iphelela khona la. And ngiyazi ukuthi there are people who are itching to say things. Hey bafowethu, ake sime. I know.
Kuluma Monday. I think Monday we'll have something to talk about. Right now, let's see how the bail goes.
Ngiyanazi nina na filter mantandi. Don't have filter these ones. When they like, they hit straight to the jugular. So that's why I'm not gonna allow the cause for now of it icon. And two, we still have other work to do, Emil, before we go our separate ways. This was just an update so that we are in par with what is happening around the cold case unit's world, and you become that. Manje ke ngiyanazi ke nini ukuthi hey manje one call ngizoqala manje ngikhuluma izinto eziningi kade ke ngifisa ukuyikhuluma nisaba la izinzokhuluma hey nina khuluma anonymous. Nginazi kahle. I know you guys. I know you.
I'm already sitting with the chat.
I'm watching. People are asking questions such as, hey, why meeting? I'm telling what they are coming. Oh. No. I. Smash that like button. Hey, it's tough. Well, guys, this is amazing. I'm just getting all anonymous. They don't want to leave their names. They don't want their names to be used in the same book. Yeah, no, guys, thank you. It was nice being with you. It's a Saturday, and I hope you enjoyed this Saturday. Thank you again for joining us. Please smash that like button for those who haven't seen it. It's a morning gang. We are asking morning gang. Guys, let us give all the likes that we can give while we are here. Raul is laughing, but I'm not gonna leave without calling your names here. I need to register them for a certain purpose. Let us start up. Omlambo Designs, Innocentia Hadebe, Chuku Ana, and Zotwa Dlamini, Oti not Gininda again, Jehovah, Sanibonani, Watinu Utaki, Mutaudi. I hope I read it correct.
He's the head, the national commissioner or commander of the cold case unit.
And then Le Tim Shengu and Mamelo Skuna Nampo, Mabula and Vladimir Pungane. Ulola Lona Utige, good morning, fam. Chuku Ana mentioned you. Una Banlo Unanbu. Yes, Nanbu. Net saying morning guys, please like the video. Yes, please like the video, guys. Yeah, nje injalo indaba. We press that like button like we mean it. Dokas Shabalala. OA2, thank you for being with us. Mthozi Silanga, Molo Mzansi Reality. Let's ngena like. Please press that like. As we remind you, Sizwe 18 evening Mzansi, how are you doing? Yes, Sizwe, sikahle mfethu yasizwa nemudi right. Phela unyaka uqalile. Ikweletu iphelile. Mpho Mabula have mentioned you. Kumbuzo, thank you very much for being with us. Bulelani and Jogo, thank you very much for being with us. OA2, I've mentioned you. Mtemb, Rosemary, good morning family here in Swiss. Still Friday. Oh, what is nice about this world is that other people are on Friday. I wish I can go back to Friday so that I can not reach Monday faster. Yes,
That
I
is
saw
so
it.
true.
We always want to push back. Once it's Saturday, time is going. Zlungile Shusha, Siba, it's a morning, Siba. Yes, Zozo Mahlangu, Zakbingelela Zozo, Raul, Mtrobole. Thank you. Sakubingelela ukhona nawe mfowethu sethe njalo nje ngoholoko nolwandle bam Mr. Ano and Emily. Yes, sethe njalo nje uholoko siphathisiwe memory shabangu sehle njalo sithi nje unabantu engasaboni la angibazi. Where are you guys? Ondlanga amandla. Yes, sehle njalo sithi nje no banilo umehlo hey no Nicolisia mehlo. Yes, Stembiso Mkhwanazi. Good morning fam. Morning Stembiso, our member. Sethe njalo uholoko Tapiwa Shendeline. Yes. Sehla njalo nje uholoko basho njalo. We are here kumnandi wafethu kudelile kuyi Saturday. I wish it's Friday. I'm going to keep on thinking about Friday because Friday is always short, It's nice because you are entering to that we get, then all of a sudden it's Saturday. Sehla njalo nje bafethu siyabonga siyanibonga. Press that like button while I'm doing this. Ndanzi Nleya, thank you for being with us here. Sehle sibone ukuthi obani singakababizi bafethu sinthanda kakhulu. We can go out without calling your names here. It's important because you make this show, you make this channel, so ngeke sinishiye nje ngaphandle. Marshall Marufu, siyabonga, thank you very much. Mpho Mabula, I've mentioned you. Sethe njalo sithi Jacobina. Yeah,
I have noticed.
yeah. Sia. What do you have noticed?
No, I'm just reading the comment.
Oh.
I'll read it later because you're going through them very fast.
Very fast when I email.
I want to see the chat.
Yeah, kumele ukuthi ube nescreen sakho lapha uzobuka ku. Yeah, Didi Talks, Chuku Ana, Sabonga bafowethu ukuthi nibe khona. Thank you. Setha njalo uholoko bafowethu makwenzekile ke I jumped your name because manje ngijahe ezansi ngiyabona ukuthi ulindiwe Bembe uthi nje ke cha awubambe nje cold drink mfowethu 2 liter ke futhi le. Thank you very much. uNkulunkulu akubusise. God bless you. Uthi nje awubambe i2 liter ohlise Emily. Siyabonga. Lindiwe bembizo wa member ubakithi. Sibonga kakhulu Lindiwe. Sibonga kakhulu akwande la uthethe khona sisi. Siyabonga. Nangu Chuku Anat, we love you sis Emily and Mr. No. You guys are champion of the channel. Legal, always on the goal. Siyabonga kakhulu Chukwano. We appreciate you. You are part and parcel of that. For us to do that because you are here. Andiswa Mzocho, siyabonga kakhulu mfowethu ukuthi ukhona lana. Sibonga nje ukuba present wenu ngoba phela we are not doing these things for ourselves. We do these things for you. Bafethu weekend ke iqale kahle ke bafethu uNkulunkulu nje anibusise nonke nibe safe ni enjoy. Probably We are going to come up with something. If we finish working, Chinage today, it's a working day because we are not working, so we are working this site. It's gonna be a working day. Maybe we might come up with something. Thank you very much.